Hello, everyone. I'm Rahul Bulusu, and we are Team Buffer Overload. And we are a group of capstone students for CSC 490 and 492 combined. And I am joined by William Hobbs, Jack Oberman, Alfred Lin, and Saya Odukanti. So we have created a bookstore web application that targets small bookstores. And to populate our application, we've created a fake bookstore called Bugsy's Barn Books.
Thank you for the intro, Rahul. Everybody, my name is Jack Oberman. I actually had the distinct pleasure of working at a bookstore in Columbia for a few years. While I was there, I noticed how hard it was for these small independent bookstores to compete with big box retail bookstores. In response to that, I thought that we really needed to create an application that bookstores could use to compete with these companies, so that they can upload books that customers can purchase, as well as customers be able to access what's going on in the bookstore. This makes them competitive in today's hard landscape where customers demand easy access to buying books.
Hello guys, I'm Alfred. The goals of bookstore website is to sell books online. This will let people not physically go to stores to buy them, and then in addition to providing an online catalog, like they can search the books by the book titles or by genres, which is very effectively and easily they can find it. And then other than that, we also offering customers reviews and rating, which people can use that to upon finding books and increase our credibility of the website. But then also with that, this provide a valuable feedback to us and the customer, which we want to upgrade to. Next is Hobbs.
Thank you, Alfred. My name is William Hobbs, and I'll be going over the technologies we used to accomplish this goal of creating a bookstore web application. We chose to use the MERN stack, which stands for MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. And the first part of this stack is the MongoDB backend database. This database stores all of the data for our bookstore web application. And in order to store this data, Express.js sends API calls to what Mongo calls an atlas, which is a cloud database. We chose Mongo for its easy to use JSON form, for its easy to read JSON format, so we could actually see our data. Express also in addition to helping get our data to Mongo, Express also helps deploy the React code that we've written. And all of the code that we write in React is for the front end of our website. So anything that a user sees on our website is written in React. We chose to do this because it handles cross-platform applications very well. And keeping in mind that we wanted our bookstores to be able to reach more customers, we wanted to make sure that they could go to the website on a phone or on a physical computer. We've also used many libraries in React that have been extremely helpful in creating our code. The final part of the stack is the Node.js backend. This Node.js backend is serving up our Express code and our APIs that are being sent to Mongo. And this is what sits on our Heroku cluster. Heroku gives us a free website for students in the GitHub Classroom program to be able to use so that we can deploy this bookstore application and hopefully recruit more bookstores to use our application. Now I'll hand it over to Sai.
Thank you, Hobbs. I'm Sai. While working on this project, we worked with many technologies, and some of them work really well and some didn't. SweetAlert is one of the first ones that comes into my mind because it has been used throughout our website, and it provides a customizable alert option where whenever a user enters the wrong password, for example, you can clearly see a pop-up where the user gets the alert. Jira is also another tool we used where we can also see where we can see how other members are performing and manage our own issues. Tailwind CSS is a customizable open source CSS framework which contains pre-built CSS classes. So it allowed us to maintain a uniform website and not have any unusual CSS behaviors. Some of the technologies that didn't work so well are MongoDB. And one of the reasons is because we try to store images to MongoDB, and converting it to base64 format causes a lot of problems. Trying to send and receive images whenever an admin creates a book causes problems and load time of our website. And Material UI is also another technology I believe could have been used better if we have integrated it earlier on in the project. And when we try to integrate it later on, you can see it in the browse page and the search bar option, but I think we could have gotten it better if we would have had it earlier on. Bill is a customer perusing to the bookstore website. He finds a book he likes, so he clicks on it and sees a good review and decides to buy the book. So he adds it to his cart and tries to check out. But since he's not logged in, he cannot buy the book. So he goes to log in and creates an account. Once he creates an account, he logs into the website, goes to his cart, and sees that he cannot check out the book. Bill goes back to the book and now adds it to his wish list. He sees a success sign, so now he goes to his wish list and sees the book there.
We are at the homepage of Ms. Susan, the owner of the bookstore's account, and Bill wants to purchase books but has no money in his account. So we'll first go to the validated user section and go to page 3, and we see Bill Builder's account is here. And he has paid Susan $1,000. So now Susan will put $1,000 in and update it. And
Susan wants to start a book club, so she will go to the employee page. And then she will name the book club, and it will begin the 24th of April at 12 p.m. since it's all day event, and she'll click add event. And then the pop-up says successfully added the event. And then she saw a typo on one event, so she wants to delete it and successfully delete it. But she wants to blog about her book club, so she will go on the side page and hit edit blog page. She typed it up. We have a new book club. Our book club will be held on the 24th, and she will hit post. And she saw one of her coworker made a fake post, and she wants to delete it. Susan went back to the home page, and then she scrolled down, and then she saw it posted that we have a new book club.
Now that Bill's been able to get with Susan and add more money to his account, he wants to go back and buy some of the books that he's wanted to buy, but hasn't been able to due to not having money on his account. So he navigates to his wish list and he finds a book and he sees that there are 12 copies available. So he buys 12 copies of The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame and adds them to his cart. And in his cart, he can see that he has $1,000 available to buy books, The Wind in Willows that he wants to buy, and $100 worth of books. So he checks out. And it redirects him just back to his cart. So after he's done reading The Wind in Willows, his balance updates automatically after he checks out. After he's done reading The Wind in Willows, he can go back and write a review of The Wind in Willows. So if he navigates back to the page where he bought it, he can just post a review right here and click post. And the review will automatically link to the book, and it will show up for any future users who want to look at this book in the bookstore apps page. Now, if Bill wants to read the sequel of this book, he can message the bookstore app through the Contact Us page. And if he clicks the send button here, a message will go to the owner of the bookstore app telling them that Bill wants the newest version of this book.
So Susan went to the book club meeting, and there Bill was there as well because Bill heard about it from the blog page. At the meeting, Bill told Susan that his little brother was reading Harry Potter and really wanted a copy of the third book. So Susan is now uploading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. She has the title, the file, which must be a PNG or JPEG and must be less than 200 kilobytes, author, price, summary, as well as genres. You can have more than one genre, although this version will be the primary genre. And she's also uploading a total of 3 books to the inventory. Susan submits successfully added book. You can now even check out that book inside of Browse. So Whenever it loads, we can then search for the books. So for example, if I search by author, I see Rowling has 2 books, fantasy, there's 2 books, children. And we can also find it by new arrivals, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban right there. I now am going on to orders. Bill ordered One of the Willows for $95.76. I'm now going to fulfill the order. See here, it is now fulfilled. Perfect. And then I realized that I actually didn't have all 3 copies of Prisoner of Azkaban. I had copies of The Chamber of Secrets, so I'm going to go to Update Books. And then I really need to remove that book that I just added. So we're going to find Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and we are going to delete that book, and it will no longer be in our inventory. That is it for our demo. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you appreciate our app. Again, we are Buffer Overload. Thank you so much.